Hello and welcome. This is the reading for Libra Child. This is intended for the parents, guardians, caretaker of the Libra Child. My name is Elena Valdez. Happy New Year. It's January already. I cannot believe it. But we're all happy, aren't we? We're all happy that 2020 is done. So onward and upward. Okay, so I'd like to take a moment to remind you to please subscribe, comment, like. It very much helps the channel, helps the algorithm, and I'd love to get my channel out there to more parents as I feel that other parents can benefit. I hope you think so. If so, please be a partner in helping me grow this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, Libra Child. What is Libra Child up to in January? Let's see what they're experiencing here in January. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So as a reminder, my readings are not gender specific. You will hear me say he, she, they here and there, but please apply the gender as it best fits for your household and yeah, however it resonates for you. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a shift here. There's a change of situation that your child is experiencing. So the Wheel of Fortune usually means fate taking place, meaning no matter what you try to do to turn the wheel the opposite direction, it starts to turn in whatever direction it's now meant to turn. So there is something that could potentially be happening externally for your little Libra child. You know, it could be a move. Perhaps you've purchased a home or are leasing a new home somewhere different, new neighborhood. Perhaps it's time to move on to a different grade level, which means your child now needs to go to a different school. And also for the Wheel of Fortune, there could be a new birth. It can be a new sibling coming in for your little one. Perhaps also the change, basically what it means, it's a change that is external and out of your little one's control because it's externally brought. Also, what I've seen with this card as it pertains to children is that their little classmates or neighbors that they're friends with move away. I've actually seen this quite a bit. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So there's a shift. There's a shift happening. But if you see here, the little monster is going with it. So you are going to notice that whatever this change is, your Libra is being very resilient and very open to it. And almost, you're going to sense almost this old soul kind of feeling that he or she already knew this was coming, or it's almost like he's almost being like he knows, like he's summoning in the change, if you will. It's a very old soul feeling. This, I'm sure this will make sense to you. Maybe it's just how poised your child is accepting the change, or maybe there's an optimism that you're seeing that your child is exuding more so than the adults around him or her. So this is a very beautiful energy to have, because the change here is it's going to happen. You cannot not make the Wheel of Fortune move the direction that it must now move. But within that, your child is chill. See this little cutie pie there? See, he has little eyes closed and sort of like, okay, here we go. Let's go with it. Okay, so let's see what the conflict or potential challenge will be. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, so even though this is happening and your child is very, very resiliently taking this, there's also a sense of otherness, other wanderlust, other curiosity of the other, whatever the other is. So, for example, let's say your child is now due to start a new school. And for example, let's say this new school or your district had two options of the school. Your child ended up in one school, but his or her little friends are off at the other school or another location or somewhere else in the world, right? Because this can also be moving away to another part of the world. And so your child is looking out in curiosity, wondering, well, what else is out there, or what could have been, or what can be. And also wondering where this Wheel of Fortune will take him or her, right? So there's a sense of you haven't landed here yet. You don't know what's ahead. You're wondering, you're curious. And at the same time, there's a sense of what would the other have been like. So if, let's say, you have moved to a different state, you could have a little one wondering, well, if we would have stayed, what would that have been like? Or if you stay, you could have a little one wondering, well, what if we would have moved away out of the country with my cousin so-and-so or the neighbor so-and-so, right? So there's a little conflict here that although your child is going with the flow, it really doesn't really have a choice in the matter, but is responding fairly well here with this shift happening. So even though they're responding well, there is also this little sense of wondering, what if? What else? So something that I also have noticed with this particular card as it pertains to the child energy, a lot of questions come up during this time frame. So you're going to notice in January, your little one's going to have tons of questions. And a lot of the questions that he or she will ask are about things that are not familiar in the current household or the current state of being. So things that are different, things that could be otherworldly, other cultures. This is the time that kiddos start asking questions about other ethnicities and why we are different. This is the kind of energy that happens. So there's this contradiction, there's this conflict challenge of what is actually happening versus what they wonder it would be like. So this is where you come in, dear parent, and this is where you reconcile the two worlds, right? You reconcile what's actually happening with what could have been, maybe, or what they're dreaming up to be. And kind of, because you want to leave room for the little one to dream up, right? Obviously. And at the same time, we want to keep them in the present moment, right? So that they can enjoy what's happening and live to the fullest. So there's a little bit of that, but it doesn't feel icky. It doesn't feel like this bad challenge. It just feels like a little, course, what is it? Par for course for part. God, don't even quote me on that. But yeah, it seems like normal in terms of normal curiosity when change ensues. I feel like someone's moving away from your little one too, like a friend, someone they held very dearly. Or maybe because they're moving away to a different school, that classmate's no longer there. So there's a shift here with that. Okay, so now let's move on to what your child will need from you during the month of January. The Knight of Cups, yeah. So there's, your child's going to be feeling some emotions here. And there's going to be a need for you to spend more nurturing time than usual with your child, reminding them how loved they are because emotions, cups is all about emotions and creativity and play. So your child needs you to not only help them facilitate this change, like for example, if you're in a different location, helping them, helping them ease into that new environment by making them a part of the change, by taking them out on the town, checking out the river stream nearby and playing with them. But also, this is about showing up in a way, showing up with more affection and emotion than perhaps you're used to. Okay, and it's slow, it's methodical because the Knight of Cups is it's not as slow as Pentacles and it's not as fast as Swords. It's right in the middle. It's about intuition, it's about flowing with the feelings. So you give as your child needs, or as you assess your child needs your attention and emotion more than usual. what I am picking up here, which is really lovely, is that your child will, see that little guy there? Your child will give you hints that they are in their feels. And they may even be better than the other signs to communicate that they need more emotional security or hugs or whatever it is, in whatever way that they need it. Again, we're dealing with a different age range, a wide age range here. So depending on your child's age and how they need love, that's how they will ask for it. But you're going to know, you're going to sense it. And so that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Just love him or her up more than usual, and applaud them for how beautifully they're taking this change, because it's not easy, and they're really very nicely taking it. Okay, so let's ask Spirit what advice we have here for you during the month of January. The advice card, ooh, that flew out. So the advice card, let's see. Yeah, got it. The advice card can be in relationship to your child's reading, or it can be an advice card just for you. And you got the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands upright, especially in this deck, the Light Seers deck, is all about starting something new with lots of bold action, with courage, fearlessness, and just going for it. But it was in reverse. So that tells me that although this change is necessary, and it obviously needs to happen, Spirit is saying, do it mindfully and on a pace that your little one can handle. Okay, because you are going to feel, especially when the Wheel of Fortune is involved, things just move and they just happen. But here, Spirit is saying to take some pauses, not complete pauses. It's not actually saying to not fully pause. It's more about slowing down the natural speed of the wands. Because the wands can be pretty fast. And the Ace of Wands, because it's new, sometimes it just aims. It aims at that new thing and it goes for it, right? But if it's in reverse, it's saying, be mindful that in that movement forward and whatever this change, that you're not moving so fast that you forget to fill in the blanks for your little one, right? Like in the getting new clothing for the new school, or getting the tickets to the flight for your new trip or your new place that you're going to move to. Like, make sure that you are filling in the blanks for your child, because remember we had the curiosity card here of wondering what else is out there, but it fell in the challenge position, which tells me that there are a lot of blanks here. There are a lot of fill in the blanks, or blanks that haven't been filled, or information that your child still hasn't received, which is why they're becoming a little bit more vulnerable, needing for you to be more showing affection more than usual, because there's some stuff that's not really, they need more answers to things. And what this is telling me, the Spirit is saying, don't move so quickly towards this new thing, because there's definitely something new here, because you got the Ace of Wands. Don't move so quickly that you forget to fill in the blanks for your child. The child also needs to know what's going on, why it's happening. Why is this change happening? Why are we moving away? Why am I moving to a different school? Why is this XYZ happening? Whatever it is for you. Okay? Yeah, tapping inward, less forward action and more pausing, explain, then move. Pause, explain, create stability through that explanation, create security through that explanation, and then move forward. This is not a stop card. This is a pause. Keep moving forward when it's in the reverse. Okay? So I hope that helps someone. And Happy New Year once again. I hope to see you here in February. And before you know it, it'll be another new year. I mean, just like that, right? So thank you once again. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends, other parents about this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And bye. Thank you.